What you know about rolling down in the deep? When your brain goes numb, you can call that mental freeze. When these people talk too much, put that beat in slow motion. Yeah, I feel like an astronaut in the ocean. Ay, what you know about rolling down in the deep? When your brain goes numb, you can call that mental freeze. When these people talk too much, put that beat in slow motion. Yeah, I feel like an astronaut in the ocean. What you know about rolling?
It's a very special day on the calendar, Noche Latina, commemorating the NBA's connection to Latin heritage and culture. Hello, everyone. I'm Brian Anderson, joined by Grant Hill and Clark Kellogg. We'll hear from reporter Allie LaForce in a moment. Here in March, things are heating up. Let's check out the teams in the West. You take a look at Phoenix. They've been grinding out enough wins to place fourth in the conference right now. And, of course, the Dallas Mavericks, only a few spots below.
Checking out Dallas, they've had some terrific moments this season. But where's the big leap upward that we've been waiting for?
Yeah, and, you know, we've seen them enough to know by now they're not going to make that switch from good to great at this point. Not this year, anyway.
And let's go straight over to the sideline for a report before they tip off. Hey, Allie.
Well, Kevin Durant, the all-time leading scorer in the history of the U.S. men's team, said that experience informs his approach in the NBA, adding, quote, in that environment, you have to check your ego and even take a step back in order for the team to be good. Everybody brings their part, and everybody's valuable.
Yeah, that's a great perspective, Allie. Thank you. And with all the injuries this year, the championship is really a matter of who's left standing.
Yeah, I think there's some truth to that. Clearly, you have to be good. You have to be healthy, and some of that requires luck when you're talking about being healthy. And so it's obvious over the years that typically championship teams have been the most healthy team. And some of that is good fortune. But I think another part of it is the training staffs of those championship teams. They're critically important to preventing injury and then helping guys work through injuries when they happen.
Here are the five for the Suns. The deadly pair of Paul and Booker are the backcourt. Kevin Durant is out there with Torrey Craig. And it's Ayton in at the 5. And for Dallas, Luka Doncic is out there with Kyrie Irving. Then it's Reggie Bullock. Then it's Green. And it's Powell in at the center position, locking down the middle. And Phoenix has possession. Following the score by Dallas, here's Craig. It's not going to go for him. Oh, great D that time from Doncic. Irving with it. Now guarded by Booker. He gets it in there.
Well, you simply can't guard that. Irving's just too nimble. Easily gets himself free of the defender.
And that was the mobile one drive. Low resistance to the finish line.
Yeah, taking the onus on himself to make something happen. Got it into the teeth of the defense and made them pay.
Now here's Paul. In his last outing, he had 11 points. Green against Durant. Outside Booker. This one for 3. And it's Booker again missing.
And the Phoenix Suns have been a completely different team since acquiring Chris Paul. He's the leader of this team, and he helps set the tone on both ends.
Hits a three-pointer. Doncic has got 5 now.
And adding to this lead right now. Riding a wave of momentum.
Yeah, you get the sense that they're going to start stretching this lead out a little bit.
Things just don't seem to be clicking for them offensively.
Yeah, they really need to find a way to get back on track.
Here's Ayton. And he buries his first look.
A huge sigh of relief. 1 for 5 now. Let's see if they can keep it going.
Irving against Booker. Doncic outside. Pass to Bullock. Jacks up a 3. And it's Phoenix with the rebound. Boy, the city of Phoenix really embracing Chris Paul as soon as he arrived.
Yeah, I mean, he's in the latter stages of his career now. But you would never know it based on how hard he plays every single night. He just makes everyone on this team so much better.
Now here's Craig. Looking at his stats, he's putting up about 7.5 per game. For 3, Durant drills it from deep.
I mean, what a generational talent. KD, deadly from the corner.
Doncic passes to Powell. Back to Doncic. Fires from 14. Again, the Mavericks good for 2 more.
They've really come out swinging. hitting 4 of their first 5 shots.
Phoenix has gone 1 of 2 from three-point land so far. Ball passes to Durant. Takes a 3. He drops it from range. 6 points for him.
If Durant can find just a slice of an opening at the arc, he'll take it. His accuracy is just that good.
The Mavericks have gone 4 of 5 so far. Looking sharp. About 3 minutes gone in the first quarter. Here's Green. And he banks in the layup.
Gotta fight harder to get over those screens.
Well, I'm going to credit the screen. I mean, that's a good, strong pick he lays there.
Now here's Paul. They look to him to score consistently, averaging around 13.5 a game. Booker no good.
Boy, he's got to be kicking himself for failing to make that shot. That's money.
Irving against Booker. They set the pick. Here's Green. That one no good. Ooh, great D that time from Craig. The Suns have gone 3 of 8 so far. Here's Paul, and he'll draw the foul. He'll head to the line for 2.
Chris Paul, one of the best foul shooters in the history of the NBA. I mean, he's not a guy you want to send to the line.
Chris Paul, 2 shots.
First free throw is good. And this Mavericks team, Grant, they are loaded up on shooters who can hurt you from outside.
And that's the way they should be built. Force teams to spread out and give Luka space. And when the Mavs get hot from outside, they are dangerous.
And he can't hit the second.
Chris Paul plays with a competitive fire that is actually infectious. I mean, even in the latter stages of his career, he is still getting it done at a high level.
Now here's Irving. What a tremendous game he played against Philadelphia. Pass to McGee. Shoots over Ayton. Kept alive. Doncic. And so he draws the foul. Headed to the line to shoot a pair.
Doncic, because he's so skilled and so savvy, he does a nice job forcing the defense into tough spots when they're guarding him.
At the line for 2.
Shooting 2.
First free throw is good.
When you look at the intangibles of Luka Doncic, he has some of the best court awareness in the league, and that shows up most with his passing and body control.
Hardy, he's checked in for Kyrie Irving. Payne's checked in for the Suns. Doncic hits them both, and the way Doncic can feel the defenders around him speaks to his great court sense, Grant.
No question. And the elite footwork he has makes the most of it. I mean, one of the best at shielding defenders with his body. It's really how he can navigate through a defense with ease.
The Mavericks have gone 5 of 8. Solid opening quarter for them. And Wood with the stuff.
Wood flying up to slam down the alley-oop emphatically.
Phoenix has gone 2 for 3 from outside the arc. Pass to Ayton. Outside Warren. Back to Ayton. Shoots over McGee. That's good from Ayton. On the assist from Warren.
And that's just terrific body control by Ayton. Setting a solid pick and then quickly getting himself open.
And it's the Mavericks with the ball. 4-point game. They went to Phoenix for their last meeting with the Suns. Came out with a victory.
And that was a close one, but they played a solid brand of basketball and earned the win.
I like the fact they found a way to get it done.
Sinks the tray.
Getting out to a nice lead. Great flow and great execution.
Quality looks they're getting, and they're capitalizing on them, guys. They have to be happy with this start offensively.
Doncic against Payne. Lee on the wing. Ayton inside. 2 points. That one goes. Ayton's got 6.
Yeah, when you let Ayton get the ball close, it's over. DeAndre is just too skilled.
Here's Doncic. And Doncic hammers it home.
What a finish. I mean, he just took over himself.
What a show of power right there from the point guard. Man, sweet.
And you know, guys, when your point guard is making explosive plays at the rim, I really do think it sets the tone for the rest of the team.
Here's Ayton. The Mavs get their last shot to go. Here's Payne. No good from 11 feet. The Mavericks leading. Doncic with it. 11 points in the game. Pass to Hardy. The 3-ball. And no good. Oh, what a performance by Luka Doncic. He has been the story for the Dallas Mavericks. 11 points in the quarter. He's on fire. We'll be back in a moment. Thanks again for tuning in. If you're just joining us, we've played through 1 quarter of action so far. And a moment to look at the scoring approach in terms of where the points are coming from here for the Mavericks.
To me, it's been the ball movement. That's been the key. I mean, going from good to great. Not settling for a good shot, making that extra pass, keeping the defense off balance, and taking great shots.
Another area they've excelled in is the points in the paint. They've been able to gouge the interior defense so far in this one.
And so in the game for the Suns, the deadly pair of Paul and Booker are the backcourt. Darius Bazley is out there with Torrey Craig. And it's Durant in at the 3.
I think he's gone completely dry. Nothing is hitting.
And, you know, you can sense his frustration. This is going to be a test of his resolve here.
Now here's Hardaway. Left side Irving. Over Paul. And it's Irving missing. The Suns trailing.
You know, there was a time years ago when the Mavericks were one of the NBA's shakiest teams. Now they're one of its proudest franchises.
Booker against Hardaway. Pass to Paul. Shot clock at 6. Durant for 3. The shot no good. And it's Dallas the other way, coming off that win against the Sixers.
They were lights out from beyond the arc, and they spaced the floor beautifully in that one.
There's all kind of talk in the game today about stretching the floor, because when you do that, everything else just becomes a little easier.
And you can attribute the Mavs' rise to stable ownership and some very savvy front office moves.
Yeah, so true, B.A. They've made some great decisions in the draft, for sure. They've been able to find cornerstone players and build solid rosters around them. Good execution. They're getting some short-range looks here.
Phoenix has gone 0 for 2 from outside in the second quarter. They need something good to happen here.
Yeah, they've gone way too long without a score.
And from the sideline, let's catch up with Allie.
Thanks a lot, Brian. Well, Luka Doncic, an all-star from the second season, and every year he's one of the favorites for MVP. But Luka says, quote, I still haven't won anything, so I've got a long way to go. Brian, if you didn't catch it, team success is the metric. He says the key is to win a championship.
Well, he certainly gives them a chance to do just that, Allie. Thank you. Now here's Paul to the middle. Bazley, good.
You know, not every player can make that kind of a pass. I mean, Paul makes it look easy, but it takes really tremendous vision and timing to execute that.
The Mavericks have gotten only 1 of 4 shots to go in. Now here's Hardaway. Here's Irving. He's given them steady production at over 27 points a game.
Well, that's a good player missing from point-blank range. That's one you got to convert.
Pass to Paul. Durant with a screen on Hardaway. And that one's good. Paul. Now just a 5-point Maverick lead.
Paul's ball handling skills are insane, off the charts, amazing. that's snaking through and making the defense look bad.
Now here's Hardaway. Irving, screen on Booker. Here's Hardaway. Cashes in the 12-footer. Hardaway's got 5 points. The Suns have gotten just 2 of 6 field goals to go in the second. Ball against Irving. Pass to Durant. It's good. The assist that time from Paul. Paul's got 3 assists in the game. You know, the point forward is an archetype that by now fans are familiar with. Grant, you were one of the OGs at the point forward. How's that position evolved in your mind?
Well, it's evolved because so many players today have the skill set to be a point forward. Before me, there were guys like Paul Pressey and Scottie Pippen in the 80s and early 90s. But as I said, players today, the skill level is so elite. And with this positionless basketball that we're in, you must have a point forward or 2 on your team to be successful.
Here's Baisley. And down it goes. Dumped it through off a beautiful setup.
Well, you've got great confidence as a coaching staff when the ball's in Durant's hands, and you can see why. He knows how to make good decisions out there just like that.
Now here's Hardaway. 5 points in the game. Down low. And Irving, the bucket on the assist from Hardaway. Irving's got his second basket of the game.
They're punishing those late defensive rotations, getting good looks inside throughout the half.
Time called here. The Suns decide to talk it over. Mavericks going with a whole new group out there. And a new group getting ready for the Suns. DeAndre Ayton, he's checked in for Baisley. Warren comes in for Craig. Lee, he's checked in for Booker. And Payne is subbed in for Paul. Doncic against Payne. Warren, shot is good.
Impressive. Their ball movement has been excellent tonight. A title favorite overnight.
Here's Doncic. Yep, that one goes. Doncic has got 13.
Luka's a big 6'7". Very
count it. The shot is good, and he'll go to the line.
Setting each other up beautifully. I love it. 8 of their last 10 points coming off assists.
You know, nothing makes a coach happier than selflessness on the basketball court.
Free throw is good from Durant.
Well, you look at Durant, and it's obvious. He feels like he's got so much more to prove. I mean, he's as driven a player as you'll find in this league. That's part of his greatness.
Total breakdown.
Doncic against Payne. Here's Hardy. Well, no scoring yet from him, but that's likely to change. Back to Wood. From deep, here's Doncic. It's hauled in by the Suns. And at home for the next one, it'll be Oklahoma City pulling in. Lead by a bucket. Well, now we have some time to check in with Allie LaForce. Allie.
I'm here with Monty Williams, and Coach, certainly some areas to correct moving forward. What have you seen so far?
We had a few breakdowns on defense. We got to recognize personnel. We've given up a few open shots to guys we've talked about. We'll be better as we go forward. We got to get out and run, but our defense will help us run more.
It all starts on D. Thanks, Coach.
Allie, as always, thank you. We'll be back right after the break for the third quarter here on 2K Sports.
Hey everybody, halftime is upon us, and a battle is also upon us. Not Kenny and Shaq this time, thankfully, but two outstanding players through the first half. And according to my records, you guys went head-to-head in 12 games.
I averaged 24 points. Kenny averaged 9. I wouldn't call that hit.
Well, I was hurt like 7 of those games, but
Had your feelings hurt in 7 of those games?
No, I was actually hurt. I played like a couple minutes and then I got hurt. But who swept in the playoffs there?
Yeah, that's true. I give credit where credit is due, but Houston overcame the point guard deficit. Hey, Sam Cassell, call me.
Looking now at our featured game this evening, the Phoenix Suns have a close one on their hands.
The defense hasn't impressed me at all. They look like they're going through the motion. Guys, it's about working together and defending with purpose.
Agree with you, big fella, on every point. Let's see if they step it up. And that's it for halftime. Thank you for joining us. We send you back to Brian Anderson for the start of the third quarter.
We've got second half action for you, and if the next couple of quarters are similar to the first, this one could go down to the last possession. Boy, really an incredible game here from Luka Doncic.
They've leaned on him to provide a lot of offense, and that's how he likes it.
And you know what? They've come at him a few different ways defensively, and nothing has slowed him down.
And if you're just joining us, we've played through the first half in a game that's been fairly even so far. They've got Kyrie Irving. Reggie Bullock is out there with Josh Green. Then it's Luka Doncic, and it's Powell.
Hey.
And for the Mavericks, they're shooting a nice 50% for the game. Outside Irving. From deep. Outside for Green. Pass to Doncic. From outside the arc. Again, Doncic missing.
And he probably thought he was going to bury that one.
And you know what's most impressive about Luka Doncic is how fast he has become a bona fide star in this league. I mean, you get the feeling he's nowhere close to being done improving yet. But I believe those games at the highest level in Europe really prepared him to be a star in the NBA.
Outstanding dribble drive. And that replay was brought to you by Mobile One.
Whoa, a drive like that is the kind of play that can shift the entire outcome of a close game like this one.
Powell passes to Doncic. And they doubled up Doncic. Not going to go that time.
They've been unable to hit anything this half. 3 attempts and 3 misses.
Outside Durant. The screen on Green. Lets it go from 14. Durant, no good. And Luka's the kind of guy you build your team around, Clark.
Yeah, and I think his next step is being a franchise player that learns how to lead effectively. It's incredible how much he has already accomplished at such a young age. And his transition coming to the NBA from Europe has been, I think, surprisingly seamless.
I always love the hard work on the glass. Just great activity.
Here's Irving. Dallas, no good that time either.
Yeah, just hasn't been able to find his rhythm offensively, and that's having a ripple effect.
Pass to Booker. Outside Craig. Now here's Paul, guarded by Doncic. That's good from Paul on the assist from Craig. Now it's a 6-point Phoenix lead.
Chris Paul oozes with confidence, especially when he's got the mid-range game.